The first elves dwelt for a long time under the stars, named the Quendi being the first to make speech. The elves were said to have awoken in the making of the stars and in the midmost of the world in Cuívienen. They were said to have traditions concerning the awakening during the waking of the first hröar from the flesh of Arda, when the Quendi slept in the womb of Arda. However, the first elves didn't wake together. It was preordained by Eru that they would be woken up next to their spouses. They were called the unbegotten or Eru begotten. 3 elfmen woke first, since they were more eager and adventurous at the time. They were named Imin, Tata, and Enel, awaking in that order. There was not much time between each one. They saw the stars first, and were so enamored of their beauty and were eager to start forming words. Thus they were impatient, so they woke up their spouses, becoming Imin and Iminye, Tata and Tatye, and Enel and Enelye, walking together, leaving the green dell of their waking. Imin claimed to have the right of first choice of companions, as he was the oldest, and thus he chose 12 companions. Tata claimed the right to second choice, and chose 18 companions. Finally, Enel claimed the right to third choice, and chose 24 companions. And they continued the same cycle of choosing the companions, the elfmen waking and then waking their spouses, mostly reckoning in 12s, with 144 their highest number. Every time they would find they have more and more companions. Imin figured he had only 12 and looked for 18 more. He said to himself, "I have only 12 companions, although I am the eldest. I will take a later choice." Soon they came to a sweet-smelling firwood on a hillside, and there they found 18 pairs of Quendi, and all were still sleeping. It was still night, and clouds were in the sky. But before dawn, a wind came and roused the elfmen, and they woke and were amazed at the stars, for all the clouds were blown away, and the stars were bright from east to west. And for a long time, the 18 new Quendi, they took no heed of the others, but looked at the light of Menel. But when at last they turned their eyes back to earth, they beheld their spouses and woke them to look at the stars, crying to them, "Ellen, Ellen!" And so the stars got their name. Eventually, Imin decided not to choose more companions just yet, thinking there will be great company next time. Meanwhile, Tata would choose another 36, and Enel would choose another 48. Soon there will be 96 Quendi, all forming new words, though at the time there wouldn't be an official language. By then, Imin would finally be up for more companions, though most of the others were content. So he and his spouse, Iminye, would set out with their 12 companions to find more, though they ended up not finding any, as the tale of the first elves was complete. Then they would continue reckoning in 12s. There were 14 companions of Imin, which came the Ingar. There were 56 companions of Tata, which came the Noldor. There were 74 companions of Enel, which came the Teleri. The tale of years would make them awake in Valiant year 1050, before NoME already found a considerable amount of them in Valiant year 1085, and long before the Great March. However, a long time between the awaking and the finding would lay some blame on the Valar. However, the Valar didn't have precise knowledge of that awakening, as they didn't have visions of the coming of the children. Later, Eru didn't tell NoME of the approach of the elves, for he did not intend them to be dominated. The Valar were very anxious, but should not have allowed Melkor peace in which to establish himself. However, one may object that this could not be, but all the operations of Melkor, to those now in time, appear to be in defiance of Eru and to have power to upset or spoil his design. Thus, the rescuing of the Quendi was to be kept secret in order for the design of Eru to not be spoiled by Melkor.